Welcome back, everyone. If you're on YouTube and you're wondering why I'm wearing a crown, it's because I wanted to. That's it. So this is probably when she's like 15 or 16 or 14.
Teen. Yeah.
Yeah, teenager.
Dad, come on! You can't keep doing this.
Oh, she's so cute. Oh, this took me nowhere.
Remember when Mari yelled at Patrick Stewart and Naruto ran away?
Actually, that happened for real.
Ah.
Like, you don't understand. That actually happened.
Yeah, I remember asking you if you could find the
Dad!
picture from that event, and you actually refused.
It's not that I refuse. I literally can't find it.
Oh.
And I was actually thinking about that this morning and feeling bad.
Oh.
I was like, why can't I find it? I know it's somewhere in my vast piles of shit. But it's not that I'm embarrassed of the memory. I actually treasure that memory a lot.
Yeah.
I just literally cannot find it.
No, because, like, the past few times I had asked you about it, you were like, I don't even want to look at it. It makes me embarrassed. And I was like, oh,
The embarrassment actually comes from the fact that I lost it.
Oh.
Yeah. I still have my Jonathan Frakes signed thing.
Yeah.
With the chocolate he gave me from his box.
I have the one of Marina Sirtis, and I have it, like, on my wall. And it's like little plastic thing.
I had her sign my Matriarch Benezia page in my Art of Mass Effect thingy.
Ah.
And I hope one day when I don't have pure terror going outside from before the quarantine, I can actually get that whole thing filled out, like one by one, by going to conventions and shit. But I got Matriarch Benezia, and that's what matters.
Whoa. Jeez.
So she's just off in the woods by her. Well, I guess she's like on Ellie's level where she can fend for herself.
I mean, she's also looking for her dad.
Yeah. You can already tell she's like a little bit more naturally stocky
Yeah.
than Ellie. Not that I don't want to like dissect too much of a teenage girl's body. I'm just saying that she looks more naturally strong.
Well, I mean, and some people are also just built broader
Mhm.
anyway. Like,
No, I was built more like this when I was a teenager, just like a brick.
Here we go. There. Dad! Okay, how am I getting over this fence?
Can't jump. Barbed wire. Maybe there's a way through the bathroom that I didn't see.
yeah.
Or around here. No, it seems to be the bathroom.
Oh, wait. Yeah, because there's, yeah. I was gonna say there's also, like, if we could, is there a door on that other side? Because,
Here?
no, I was looking at how they had the, dumpsters in there, and if we could get into there from the bathroom or something, but I don't know if that's it, because it doesn't appear to be a door.
Well, look. See, you could have been right, because we could have maybe gone through that window or something. Or maybe we take one of these bottles, right? And we throw it at the window, and it'll break it.
That worked.
See? That's
Yeah.
teamwork.
So, yeah.
I know it's morbid, but I always like it in like apocalypse scenarios. in video games and you open a bathroom stall and there's just some skeleton.
Like a dead body.
Who died mid-shit.
Yeah. Huh.
See, Stacey?
Wow.
Can't get through
Our
here.
two brains combine.
Maybe I can get onto the roof.
Oh.
Look at that. 1978.
Virginia. Did these type of coins exist in 1978? Because I thought
Take me home. Can you turn it over?
I can't. I tried.
To the place I belong.
With
West Virginia. Mountain Mama. Take me home. Country roads.
Here we go.
She really is a horse girl.
She's like, listen, I want people to know that when I say horse girl, I'm literally thinking of a powerful teenage girl. Like a strong one. You know what I mean? Someone who's passionate and ready to fight for what they believe in, which is horses.
Which is horses.
Like,
Okay.
I see teenage girls passionately being into nerdy shit, and I love to see it.
Smooth, Abby.
Like, I get people like to make fun of horse girls, but I, like, respect their powerful energies.
Hold up!
Abs? You got a little mud on you there, sweetheart.
So do you.
Where?
Right there. You know, every time you run off like this, they give me shit about it.
Come on.
Believe it or not, they actually care about your safety.
These woods are safe.
Dad.
Abs, she's been hanging out right on the other side of those trees.
And?
She's due any day now. We'll just check on her and then we'll head back. I promise.
Let's just make it quick.
See? I've got my little girl to keep me safe.
Someone just pointed out he has the same voice actor as Mark Jefferson, and now I will no longer be able to hear anything else.
How'd you know I was here? Owen ratted me out, didn't he?
He did his job.
I swore him to secrecy.
Oh no.
How'd you get him to talk?
I asked.
Huh.
This isn't Nat says I dated a horse girl and that was the scariest 6 months of my life.
Oh, I hope it wasn't like... I hope it was just because they were really intense about horses and not because they were mean to you or something.
She probably cut through the playground.
Hey, look what I found.
Oh, wow. 1978. Don't have that one in my collection.
You can keep it. If you promise not to pull anything like this again.
You got yourself a deal.
Why don't I believe you?
No reason I could think of.
It's too late.
Come on. Let's
He's
keep
Mark Jefferson.
Dad.
Relax. You'll be back with Owen before you know it.
Wait, what?
Nothing. Just noticed you two have been hanging out a lot. More so than usual.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
How long have you known?
I'm your dad. I see things. Like the way you both try really, really hard not to look at each other when you're
Dad,
around.
stop.
You get all serious. It's very cute.
I can't handle
Did you hear the
this.
name though?
What?
Owen.
Yeah, that was her, like, that's the guy at the beginning who was like, I'm here to help you murder.
And he makes you laugh.
That's because he's such an idiot.
I just like how he's extra nice to me now. He gets all nervous when he has to keep me in check.
So, you're taking advantage of him?
Me? Never.
Was he the guy that Ellie killed?
Yeah.
Yeah. The guy, yeah.
Dude, I have a feeling we're going to be meeting all the people
and
we
Owen
murdered.
got Mel pregnant.
Yeah, I know. I think the point of this is we're going to learn the names of all the people we murdered.
I think it's not. I think we're gonna.
We're gonna meet all of them.
We're gonna meet them, yeah. And it's gonna be like, oh, now these aren't just random people. These are like people that you care about.
Right. Is there some sort of Pinocchio symbolism that we're doing right now?
Huh?
We just entered a whale's mouth. We're in a kid's place. They do some sort of symbolism with the kids because Ellie had the giraffes and stuff.
Abs, look. Fresh tracks. Let's see if we can find anything else.
Wait, this is just your sneaky way of giving me a tracking lesson, isn't it?
I would never.
Is it working?
Well, I mean, I found you.
Yeah, but you cheated.
You do what you need to do to get it done.
Wow. You actually listen.
You have your moments of wisdom.
You went right through that whale's asshole.
I remember in the first game, every time they did giraffes, it was supposed to be a symbol of Ellie losing a little bit of her innocence as a child.
See anything else?
Not yet.
Keep looking.
So I'm just paying attention to the fact that we're going through a literal playground with kid stuff everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Do we have anything in our backpack? I just want to check if there's no yeah.
Ah!
Yeah.
Abby, I just want to say thanks again. Your dad has been an amazing mentor as I transition to the more complicated procedures. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you vouching for me. I think we should grab some booze and get wasted ASAP. XO, Mel. Whoops. Owen's drawing of Abby? I tried to draw you sleeping, but these damn hands can't capture your mesmerizing beauty. Had fun yesterday. Let's do it again. Your uber goober, Edward Cullen.
Abs, come here. You gotta see this.
Thanks for showing me this, Dad. Love it.
Oh.
Is that like a...
That looks
Is that a placenta?
Yeah.
I think that's a placenta,
Yeah,
right?
I think, well, because I assumed that they were talking about a horse being pregnant. Because they said, like, she's due any day now, so we'll just check back and blah, blah, blah.
Check it out. She already gave birth.
Is that the placenta?
Sure is.
Ew.
And look. 2 sets of tracks.
Dad?
It's her. Let's go.
Are we gonna kill her?
That doesn't sound good.
No, I think she's in distress.
I was just worried that they took their guns out.
Come on.
Dad, wait! What if they're infected around?
This area is clear.
You know they roam.
You brought your gun, right?
Of course.
Then I'm not worried. Oh, shit. Abs.
Oh!
We've got to cut her loose. It's okay, calm down. Don't worry. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. Damn it. It's really in there. Abs, come here. Here. I'm gonna hold her.
Okay.
Calm down, calm down. Calm down.
Doc, are you around here? Over here, Owen! What?
Hey, get over here and help me hold her. We need you back up. Owen! Hold her. Come on. All right. You got her tight? Yeah. All right. Get in there, Abs. Steady. Holy fuck. Everybody's looking for you. We gotta... Hey, wait!
Dad! What's going on?
Come
How
on.
old is Owen?
did good back there.
Doc, that girl showed up.
What girl?
The one Marlene keeps talking about. They found her in the tunnels. She has an old bite mark on her arm. No signs of infection.
That can't be.
They're already running tests on her, but you gotta get down there. Come on.
Maybe he's just super developed for his age. I hope they're the same age.
It's intertwined with the brain. There's no other option.
There has to be some other way.
There's no way to remove the specimen without destroying the host.
The host. She's a child, not some petri dish.
You think I don't... I'm aware of the situation.
And you're okay with killing her?
No, I'm okay with developing a vaccine that'll help save millions of lives. How many fireflies have died for less?
That was their choice. Are you asking me? Or are you telling me this is how it's gonna be?
I am begging you to buy in.
And what if this was Abby?
Look, everything that we've been fighting for, all the sacrifices, all of the horrific... all of that is justified with this one act.
If this was your daughter, what would you do?
Abby,
I'd buy you some dinner.
thank you, sweetheart. Look, Marlene.
Do it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go tell Joel.
Why?
He traveled across the country with her. He has a right to know. Good luck with your surgery. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I strongly disagree, but okay.
If it was me, I'd want you to do the surgery.
This whole situation's hard for me to accept because they just never ask her, and they don't even like go like, let's try for a few months to like do literally anything else.
Yeah.
They just like they studied her for what, like a few days, I think I recall correctly.
It's because the host is in the thing is in her brain, and that's what they need. So there's no.
No,
way.
I get that, but they don't even try. They don't even try to do other things. They can get samples or anything. They didn't even try.
I don't know how you get a sample from something in your brain.
A biopsy?
Yeah.
They don't even try. They don't even wake her up to ask.
I think the better question is, why didn't they just wake her up?
Why didn't they wake her up? Why didn't they try to study her for at least a few months? Try all other options before going straight to we gotta cut her brain open.
Now, not even like we might have to at some point. It's like we're gonna do it right now.
Yeah. Sorry, I wanted to turn the sirens off while we talk because I know it's annoying.
No, I agree.
But yeah, like I just need to dissect this for a second. I think logic. Like I just can't. In terms of writing, I can't sympathize because they don't even try to like explore other options. They just do it now. If they had been like, oh, it's been a few months, we've tried everything, we've studied you, we've done everything we can.
Biopsy of a brain is pretty impossible.
Well, true, but they don't even try. They don't even wake her up to ask.
Yeah.
Is he still in the fucking building?
Abby,
No!
Don't look.
Dad! Dad! No! No!
I can't believe that someone didn't want a little girl to be murdered and then reacted like this. I get it. I get it. I just...
Joel, get up. Joel, fucking get up. Please stop. Please don't shoot. Joel, please get up. No! No!
Burning hell, pendejo.
Fucking killing you.
Whoa, what are you doing? Benny.
Cleaning up.
No. We're here for him. That's it.
It's too risky to leave them alive.
Too fucking bad.
He's right. We can't have loose ends.
We killed them. We're no better than he was.
They didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, look at my face.
Fuck your face. You should have been guarding the upstairs like I told you to. Move! Back up.
Calm down.
Or what? Back the fuck up!
Calm down!
Garden! You shoot me?
Stop! We're done.
Is it crazy to say I don't think she's that buff? I think she's, like, well within reasonable buffness.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, obviously she looked, like, and I also find it weird how people are like, oh, like, she gets jacked between, like, then and current.
Yeah, if you're fueled by revenge, you don't need protein.
Oh. Easy. You okay, Abs?
Yeah, just...
I think she looks really reasonable.
What's up?
Yeah, this
Been
is...
searching everywhere for you. We've been called up. Isaac wants us at the front.
What? Are you serious?
I'm afraid so. We should hustle.
We're leaving now?
Yes. Vámonos.
Okay. Fuck my neck.
Hey, thanks for giving me the room last night.
Yeah, who was it this time? That cook chick?
Nah, the weather chick. She's down from the mountain.
Oh, the scientist. Nice.
Thank you for the
Uh,
bits,
A
Protochimp.
little too excited about her job. Talked my ear off about some storm and I don't know.
Worth it, though?
Oh, absolutely.
It feels like despite all the guilt about killing her, they're scared about waking her up in case she'll say no because they don't want to admit they would do the surgery regardless of her consent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree completely.
We talked about that before, about how that's, well, at the very beginning, I think we talked about that, how it was like, that's probably why, because in the back of their minds, they were like, we can't take the chance.
Yeah, we're going to do it anyway. So if
Yeah.
we just don't wake her up, we don't have to tell ourselves that we just killed a girl without her consent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still angry at Abby. I just don't believe in judging her based off of being buff. You know, I feel emotionally angry at her, but I'm definitely open to learning about her and still being okay. You know how like Sun Tzu's like, to know your enemy is to love your enemy. Blah blah.
Am I happy now?
You should. You're never gonna do better than her.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that regardless, I don't know. I can see where they were coming from. If this is your, not that I agree with what they did, but I can see why they made the choice.
No,
if this is literally your only chance at a vaccine, you wouldn't want to take the chance.
No,
And
I get it.
yeah,
I get rationally, I'm like, I get it. Emotionally, I'm like, you killed my dad, so you know,
yeah, both of them killed their dads.
yeah. But like,
Yeah,
it's unfair for me to be expected. Not that anyone is expecting me to, but it's unfair for me to have made like an emotional connection through a game that I played like twice. Really was strong feelings for him. I accepted the reason why Joel died, but it's hard. It's unfair to expect me to not emotionally be more attached to Joel and be like, okay, but you killed him, so.
hold on. They're saying look to the left really quick.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the tip.
Look.
Oh my god, okay, if there's an entire fucking gym, of course she looks fucking jacked. Are you guys kidding me? Oh my god. Like, I still, like, feel rage towards her. But, I'm looking at her. She's in a community of plentiful food. They have an entire gym of people training and getting jacked. And she's also fueled by revenge. So every day she's gonna go to the gym doing, like, all that shit, being like, this is how I'm gonna get strong enough to kill that enormous man I saw.
Don't you remember how I always used to joke that, like, when I was training for the apocalypse? They're actually in the apocalypse. They have an even better reason than I do.
She has plenty of food, and she has a workout gym, and I see on Twitter people saying it's impossible because she doesn't have access to food in a gym. Did you play the game?
Yeah.
What? Like, come on. And I tried to be fair about it because I did defend...
Whoa. Finger toes, you don't have to take steroids to get that big.
To look like this? And take steroids?
Is that a joke?
Sorry, not to be, like, attacking finger toes, because we just have been amped up about it. These arms...
You would not have to eat 4,000 calories a day, and you would not have to take steroids.
Excuse me. I'm looking at this arm with my eyeballs right now. This is the same character model we've been seeing. This is a completely reasonable arm.
Yeah.
Like...
What?
This is a completely attainable and reasonable arm to attain with normal working out.
Yeah. Like what?
I've had these arms in high school. My arms looked like this.
Her arms are pretty normal sized, especially if you're like an active person.
Yeah, these are normal sized arms.
Her body can definitely be achieved with 0 steroids. I'm sorry.
This is not to attack you, because I understand not everybody knows, like, literally everything in the world. But, yeah,
have you never seen, like, women in the military? Like,
I gotta find pictures of me in high school. The only reason people didn't give me shit for having huge arms in high school is because I had big boobs. That's it. That's facts. I know that I'm a big, chunky person now, but I was pretty athletic, and I had literally had arms that looked like this, because I played boys baseball and softball, and I was a catcher, and I had to throw really far. So I had to work out in order to be strong enough to do that.
It does not look... it doesn't even look ridiculous. What are you talking about?
This doesn't look ridiculous. Who's saying it looks ridiculous?
There's somebody up there.
It doesn't look...
If you've ever...
Alright, Stacey, show the guns. Show the guns again. Alright, this is Stacey not trying to be buff. This is literally Stacey being normal. Okay, in real life, they look even stronger. Hold on.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what
I lift like 5-pound weights, and I have a very average diet. It's like, it's really...
It's not that hard to be buff.
Obviously, genetics plays a part here, but I'm like really sick and tired of people being like, it looks ridiculous. Like, if you've literally ever stepped inside a gym, you will see tons of women that look like this, especially like at places like a CrossFit gym. Like, what? Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm like...
That is ridiculous. I'm looking with my eyeballs right now. This is not a ridiculous amount of muscle for a woman to have.
No. Stacey, are you even allowed to openly carry those guns? Toby Jack says, I can vouch that Stacey, in fact, looks more buff in person.
Yeah, that camera did not do her arms justice.
No.
She's very strong.
Stacey, put down the guns. It's all chill here. Just Stacey, no.
Like, And have you played softball? Have you been to a softball tournament?
Yeah.
Like,
seriously.
come on.
Yeah.
All this is doing is making me think, geez, what did people think of my body as a teenager? Fuck.
I mean, I get people that say shit to me now, so... Oh, shit.
Oh, thank you for the donation. Buff ladies are best ladies. Thank you, Prince Kyler.
Thank you, Prince Kyler.
Like, yeah, it's genetics and shit, but sometimes you're just buff.
Yeah.
Okay. I still, like, am mad at her, and I'm open to the idea of hating her. I just refuse to do it just because she's strong.
And, like, I hate to say it, but, like, I mean, obviously having access to a gym helps, but you don't need it.
Wow.
I legit thought her story was going to be her, like, struggling to survive with, like, very little food, eating beans out of a can.
The way that people were
explaining it. And I was like, I don't know, I'll be open to, like, seeing that and deciding for myself. I see they literally live in a fucking city with food and a gym
also,
and trainers.
Sorry, but why is it that when it's a buff lady, everyone's worried about her calorie intake and her access to, like, a gym, but with all, like, the buff dudes who would actually require even more calories, nobody's like, why aren't they starving? And push-ups alone can get you a huge chest and arms. It's true. Like, oh my god.
Why do you think women are so anxious about lifting? Because they
Yeah.
don't want to look like Abby.
No.
Because looking like Abby is so easy. Not easy. I'm sorry, but, like,
Well,
it can happen.
Some people, and, like, I will say, like, as somebody who bulks up very easily, I specifically don't lift super, super heavy weights because I didn't want to get, like, massively bulky. And, like, a lot of women, that's why you see women lifting, like, 3-pound weights. Like, if you go to a lot of these, like, workout classes that are, like, geared towards women, they lift very light weights because they don't want to get bulky.
Yeah, women, like, if you go to the gym and you see a woman lifting, like, 5-pound weights, it's not because she's weak. It's because she doesn't want to make big muscles.
Yeah.
Because if you do higher ones, your muscles are going to get huge. And it looks really big on women. And then men go, what the fuck just happened? You have muscles?
Oy.
You're like, dude, like, I don't know. I just...
Yeah. Because there's, like, that whole perception that having muscle bulk makes you look masculine, which is so funny because the discourse that is coming out is literally, like, proving the point about why more women don't look like that. You know?
Honestly, other than Abby has normal sized boobs. And honestly, I'm thinking back to high school, and I remember a lot of guys would be like, wow, like, I love how strong your arms are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have big, broad shoulders. Because I was, like, self-conscious about it. And I wonder, if I had small boobs, would they have just, like, made fun of me?
Yeah, they would, because that's what my experience was.
Thank you for the gift subscriptions, Pris Kyla. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
That's really helpful, and we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, wait.
And the 10 bits from Bambi Joy. I don't see such a huge influx of body criticism towards male characters in the apocalypse. Yeah.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm sorry to, like, really just, like, not be able to get past this topic. I guess I'm just, like, having a lot of... I think everybody has really weird, like, associations with their bodies. But now I'm, like, thinking back, like, oh my god, if I didn't have big boobs in high school but still had to, like, maintain an athletic body, everybody would have, like, made fun of me.
And for those pointing out that there's other buff women in games, we talked about this yesterday, but or maybe it wasn't yesterday, but the difference between a lot of those other, like, buff women, like, from, like, fighting games and whatnot, is that they all have a very feminine face and huge tits, and it makes a difference in the conversations around them.
Yeah, Chun-Li, absolutely fucking buff. Huge boobies.
Huge tits.
I don't know, I'm just, like, having a little bit of...
And tiny waists.
And tiny
an
waists.
Hourglass figure.
I'm just having a little bit of anxiety thinking back, being like, I remember, like, I was hanging out with someone on the baseball team, and they were talking about liking skinny girls and, like, saying something about, like, big girls, and I was like, oh, well, like, I'm kind of big, and he's like, oh, no, it's different, because I know that, like, you only have, like, a thin layer of fat, and underneath it's, like, all muscle. And I don't know. It's, like...
Really bullshit? Yeah.
I just remember being like, and then people talking about different body weights, and they were, like, making fun of some girl for being 140 pounds, and I immediately said, I'm 140 pounds, and they're like, you're not, you don't look like it at all. I was like, I'm 140 pounds because I worked, listen, I know, I'm a chunky girl now, I get it, but in high school I wasn't. I was like, they like didn't believe me, and I had to like go on the scale and be like, this is what it looks like, because I work out all the time and the muscle is denser. Like, they just didn't get it. Like, I don't know.
Anyway. And that's not to say that I don't think that, like, you should have, like, I don't know, like, really feminine, buff-looking women. And, like, I'm not against those characters existing. What frustrates me is when people point to those characters as, like, the representation of what all muscular women look like, which is definitely not true. And then when you see something like this, which is more like how an average muscular woman might look, people get like really upset because they think she's too masculine, and I find that really frustrating.
I just want to be clear, I still am angry at her emotionally and irrationally. I'm mad that people are focusing on her body instead of just being like, I hate her because she killed somebody I love.
Because she killed my fave? Yeah.
Because she killed my fave.
Yeah.
Like, I understand why she killed Joel, but irrationally I'm like, I hate her. But I refuse to hate her because of her body. That's it.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to my dad for a second. Grab us some food.
Yeah, on it.
Get me something comfy.
I love it.
Get what
They
you
have a
get.
whole fucking cafeteria.
Thank you for the donation, Prince Kyler. Can't stay for the whole stream, but I just want to say bye. Thank you for coming by. We
Thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
And thank you for all the donations and gift subs. Look at this. They have access to, like...
What do you mean she wouldn't be able to get this many calories? They have a food court. Are you kidding me?
They live in a community, yeah, with, like, access to... Wow.
They get as much food as they want? Oh my...
Yeah. I just want to say that I've known about these two things because it came up, like, while I was, you know, angrily tweeting about... Check the counter to the left. I think that's where we see all the food and stuff.
Oh, shit, Jordan. I didn't see you there.
You coming with us to the Saravina?
Manny and I just got called up to the fob. What are you doing at the Saravina?
Hotel and the school are getting evacuated. We're grabbing supplies and bringing everyone back to the base.
Seriously?
Can you fucking believe after everything?
Hey, a
we're
PS
falling
Vita.
back?
You don't know that's what it is.
At least Leah might be home from the TV station sooner.
Well, there's that, yeah. I should run. May your survival be long.
And may your death be swift.
I turned up the sound.
Yeah, and, like, also, like, I don't want to discount that, like, for some people, genetics make it harder to put on muscle, but I think if you have just been on Twitter in the past couple days, you would have seen a ton of pictures of women floating around that have, like, really good muscle mass. And, like, not, like, bodybuilder, professional athlete women, but just, like, average women who just like to work out. So...
Where would she get all this protein in the apocalypse? I don't know. Right here?
Yeah.
Honestly, like, sometimes, like, as the years go on, I really gotta teach myself not to listen to literally anything I see on Twitter. Even if it's people from, like, who are from, like, my camp of ideals. Because I've seen people make fun of Days Gone. I remember I was like, oh, there's all this, like, weird criticism about Days Gone being sexist. Played the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't sexist at all.
No. There was, like,
It was literally the opposite of sexist.
It was the opposite of sexist. There was also, like, that one, like, cute little moment. Like, remember, that's played off as, like, a cute little joke. She's like, haha, look at my butt. And he's like, woo. Right? Which people were like, oh, like, I couldn't believe he did that. And I was like, that is a really, like, normal thing for a couple to do when they're flirting with each other.
It was literally a date. They were on a date.
Flirting.
Like, it was established as a date where they were picking flowers together. and he, like, on that date goes, like, I respect women and Native Americans. Like... And I was like, this is not the game that was presented to me by some woman who reviewed it saying it was sexist and racist. I was like, I cannot believe
No.
the lies.
Do you remember they said it was racist because none of the zombies were black?
Yeah, she said, why are all the zombies white? And then we got to the part of the game where they say, the zombies all get their skin bleached from the disease. And I was like...
Because they're not just, like, Caucasian white. They're literally, like, white.
Yeah,
white.
it's literally like as if all of the melanin was taken out of their skin. And that is why they were all white.
We're talking about Days Gone. Sorry, we're getting, like, real distracted.
I don't know. I just thought that was an important point to bring up, that if a bunch of people are all super mad about a game and they've not played the game, or they played the game and they're giving you, like, a disingenuous review, watch gameplay if you're unsure, or get it from a trusted reviewer, because honestly, I really think sometimes people just want to have a hot take, and that's on all sides. Not to like both sides it, but like I've seen people from all different kinds of backgrounds saying all kinds of different bullshit. So don't think it's because we're just like hate men or something. I've seen women do it too.
Yeah.
Fucking stop. Mm-hmm. Thank you for subscribing, Octobetch.
Octobetch.
But like I also want to call out all these like woman and like man reviewers who just literally make stuff up. Mm-hmm. Like, I hate that. So, I don't know.
Anyway. So, Octobitch just gifted us 10 tier 1 subs.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. That's really helpful. Thank you. Thank you for rewarding our yelling.
I know. All right. Back to the game. We'll try to focus.
God. I'm so mad that, like, this whole time I was trying to be like, all right, I'm going to keep an open mind. Maybe all these people have a point, because I haven't gotten to that part of the game yet. Mind closed. My mind is officially shut. I'm just trying to give everyone a good look of the atmosphere of the cafeteria and stuff like that.
Yeah, the volume isn't like super low right now. There's not really anything to hear, though.
It's okay. I turned it up again. Oh. Quick question. How old is Owen, for real?
What are they serving today?
Burritos. Again.
Okay.
Abby, what are you doing? Hey, tenemos prisa. Dame 3 burritos.
Hey, man, there's a line.
Kenny, what the fuck?
Excuse me.
Wait your turn like the rest of
Sorry.
us.
We're going to the front. Come on.
So embarrassing. Why do you have 3? Pull one back.
Now, don't freak out. Mel's coming with us.
Manny?
Where's your pack? In the room?
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I care about both of you. And I'm tired of all the bullshit.
Does she know I'm on this drive?
She does.
And she's cool with it?
Yeah.
Why does your yeah sound like a no?
It's my accent. Come on, stop being paranoid.
I think you get a kick out of making me uncomfortable.
No. It's an opportunity for you two to finally move forward.
We've barely said a word to each other since Jackson. I'm just supposed to pretend that didn't happen?
Of course not. You guys need to talk about it.
She wanted Joel dead as much as the rest of us.
But she's not like the rest of us. She hasn't hurt people like that before.
She kills scars all the time.
Not the way we kill Joel. Don't forget, we are grunts. She's a medic. Come on, Abby. She's family. Do it for me, okay?
I'll try.
That's all I'm asking for.
This is making me want a burrito real bad.
We can get one later.
Get your things ready. I'm gonna grab Mel.
Yeah.
Be nice.
Mel is
The pregnant one.
woman that Owen got pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can understand why she's like, why?
Well, so Abby's the ex is, I think.
Abby is his ex. I'm going to assume. But I have a really serious question. How old is Owen? Because, like, I know you can't tell people's ages off of what they look like, but I was really shocked to see he looked much older. and he had drawn a picture of her sleeping. So I just like, I don't know, like.
Yeah. I don't know. It's tough to say.
I'll do it later.
They like when I saw them like in current times, they looked around the same age. It's only when we showed the teenager flashback for Abby that I thought,
Scientist, huh?
Yeah, he looked way older than her in the teenager version.
yeah, it's tough.
If he's 19 and she was like 15, that's kind of gross.
I don't know. I don't want to judge too much though, because like I remember when I was in high school, there were boys that were literally like a year older than me that were like already balding.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I get it. No, that's why I was like trying to ask, you know, how old is this man or boy or whatever. So I wanted to know, because I saw him and I was like, whoa, this is, it's weird to see someone who looks so much older talking about drawing her when she's sleeping.
Oh, thank you for the gift subs, M.A. Mar. Oh.
Ready to roll?
Yeah, just about. Hi. Hey. I actually cleared you for active duty.
Barely.
You could probably get a stay if you ask.
I'd rather not sit around if I don't have to.
No one's okay with this?
Why would it be up to Owen? We need to grab Alice on our way.
Hey. Do better.
She was polite.
Wow.
Oh, thank you for the bits, Melon Police.
Can't stick around because I'm not caught up, but love you guys. I was like, I gotta say thank you. Gotta say thank you. Oh, we gotta get through the cutscene. Oh God.
I think it's interesting that they allow pregnant
Level
women.
5 hype train. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. I don't know what that means, but we're at level 5.
It's because it was so many bits.
Oh.
There
Wait,
was
how many bits was that?
It was a lot of bits. Go up. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you so much.
And thank you, everyone, for all the gift subs and everything.
Yeah.
That was a lot. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. I think I just want to dissect that they're allowing a pregnant woman to go on patrol, I think.
I think so.
I think that's kind of interesting. And I also think the attitude towards pregnant women is very different in the apocalypse, where it seems as if women seem to have the deciding factor on what goes on.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it twice. Once with Dina and the other with Mel, where...
What are you getting called up for?
It's just the usual rotation, don't worry.
Hey, when you get back, will you check on my dad? He seems, I don't know, worse?
Worse how?
Well, he's complaining about a sharp pain in his wrists. He can barely hold a spoon.
Maybe we can get him some more painkillers.
Heard they moved you and Owen to Section 96?
Yeah, it's nice. It's lots of young families.
Oh, so they...
Getting you guys excited about the baby?
Seeing all the kids running around, yeah, I'm getting ready.
Look at all this food!
I love this, how they use like a stadium, because if you think about it, that's like a really good, oh, you can have like a ton of like stuff set up in here.
And also they have the ground to raise their cattle safely.
Yeah. Inside, you know? That's like a really good idea.
I really can't get past the fact that they're showing all this available food. And people are saying that she didn't have enough food.
Yeah. That, you know, and even before I saw all of this, I was pissed because,
all those crying babies. Let's drive Owen crazy.
He hasn't even seen it yet. He's out on rotation with Danny.
Danny? Yikes. Sucks for him.
Yeah.
They definitely have a really good thing going here.
Yeah.
And I love seeing stuff like this because they definitely put a lot of thought into the city, and I think it makes a lot more sense than cities in like Fallout, where it just kind of, I don't know, it just exists. But you can definitely see how the ecosystem works here and how they're able to grow food and animals and stuff.
Yeah.
They definitely have a system worked out.
Like,
Never mind, they're trash. They don't treat dogs perfectly.
Signing out, Alice?
She's playing inside.
Well, yeah, remember
Great.
they...
Abby?
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Wanna
making a
grab her?
joke.
Oh.
Hey, girl.
Are they trying to...
Hey, you crazy dog.
There's my favorite girl.
The only one that'll put up with your shit.
Don't be jealous.
Hey, Al. You want to go to the trucks? Let's go to the trucks.
Oh, hey there, bear.
Aw.
See, but here's the thing. I could see how it would be helpful to have a dog if you're, like, fighting infected, because the dog can alert you. But, like...
All I do is resent this moment now, because I was put in several situations where I didn't really have an option but to kill these dogs. And now they're having me have a moment with the same dogs that I killed.
I mean,
to-
technically you do have an option to not kill the dogs. but-
That's not fair, though. That's, like, really not fair. That's not fair to put on me. Like,
Oh.
if you were playing, I don't think we would have... Like, it's hard.
Okay. I just meant, like...
Yeah, okay, since
Okay.
you asked so nicely. Who's the best boy? Yeah. Get the ball.
This is called cheap manipulation. Get ready for a lot more of it.
Yeah, I don't appreciate it. I get what they're trying to do, but I don't appreciate it.
Go get it.
Did I see you with Jen last night?
Yes, you did.
You dirty dog. What's she doing in town?
Something for Isaac?
Man, that's gotta be a lonely job.
She really likes it. Ask her about the cumulus clouds.
Well, I guess you get to stay away from the combat.
Yeah, if that's what you're into.
I'd be happy staying put, I think. Just treating families.
You'd miss
Hey,
fucking up
Abby.
scars.
Hey, I don't think so.
I'd go crazy.
I don't know. I don't really think it's like...
Yeah, but I had to be the one who had to kill the
I'm
dogs.
not. That's
and I
not what I'm
didn't like
talking
that.
about. That's
Okay.
not where I'm going.
Hey.
I was gonna say I don't think it's cheap writing to show both sides of like a conflict and make you sympathize with both
Hey,
sides.
Pat. Can I have my usual?
You got it.
Gracias.
Which trucks are in?
Take S-24.
I'm driving. Sign us out.
Pendejo. Thanks.
May your survival be long.
May your death be swift.
No, that's not what I'm talking
I could
about.
use a warm-up.
I'm talking to the chat.
Oh. I think that kind of storyline can work for a TV show when the person is not directly involved with the actions, but when a game makes you directly involved with an action by making you actively participate in something and then later says, why did you do this? I understand if I had an option in it, but in most of the cases I actually did not have an option in it. And then later it's like, okay, well, this is a person that you killed. I get what they're saying. It's like everyone has their own shit going on and they're all people and they deserve to be remembered as people. And I think, you know, there's a lot of real people in the world who go through that trauma, like soldiers who didn't really understand what they were getting into and shit. And I think that's a real thing. But when you're in a game where you're told to actively participate in it or don't progress the game, that seems unfair. But when I'm playing a game where it gives me the option to do it and then I see unforeseen consequences, I'm actually a lot more willing to accept that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think that you're looking... Well, it sounds like how you're feeling about it is that you are the character.
Yes.
Whereas I feel like we are playing a story. Like, I don't... Not just because, like, we're playing a... Like, even with the first one, everything is pretty much on rails. Like, you don't get choices for anything. And, like, I don't necessarily mind that we're playing through a story where it's already determined how things are going to play out. But that's just, you know.
I think that's not fair because, like, if I'm... The power of a video game is that when I do the actions and I go through it, I feel deeper empathy for the character I'm playing as, which I understand will happen to me as I play as Abby. But it's not... Sometimes I think that different types of storytelling is more strong in different types of mediums, and to expect me to not identify with characters I've been playing for a whole game and then another half of a game, and then be like, okay, you're a bad person for, like, not a bad person, but it's just...
I don't think that that's what the game is trying to say. Well, you know what, though? That you're entitled to feel that way, because I think that we are just coming at it from, like, two different perspectives.
I validate what you're saying.
Yeah.
I, like, get it, and I fully appreciate it. I just feel, like, really differently about it.
Yeah.
Down for some friendly competition?
The loser cleans the apartment.
High stakes. Best score on a full magazine?
You're on, cabron.
Because for me, it's like, I'm okay with playing through a story that I don't have the power to change.
I think there's a difference, though, because I had to actively kill the dogs and actively kill the people. And while in the moment I was having a good time, like, it was still me doing it. Like, I did the actions and made the character do it. I mean,
I've played video games before.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's not fair for me, personally, when I'm playing a game to have that, you know?
No, I know. I'm not saying that you should feel differently at all. I'm just explaining how I feel about it, that's all.
No. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to invalidate you.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't even trying to... Okay.
I'm requesting that gun next time.
Yeah, the gun's why I won. Oh, that reminds me. There's a huge pile of dirty dishes.
You're cruel.
Ooh, you can fold my laundry, too. Let's get to the base.
More ammo if you two need it.
I think for me personally, not that I'm saying that games have to be made how I want and how I want only or anything, and also I'm not a video game writer. For me personally, I think this would be...
Yeah, who's a good girl? Who is Tutu?
I guess the word is easier, or I guess more impactful, if they did it with an entirely new set of characters, and like I switched between their different point of views throughout the game, which I understand. Like, maybe I'm totally wrong, and like I'm gonna change my mind later, but that's just how I feel right now. Like, if it was completely new characters that I was coming in to each of them completely new, I think I would be able to accept that more, but. You know, if I, like, did level by level, like, interchanged with new characters, not ones that I was already attached to.
Yeah, it's tough because I feel like by some of the criteria that you're laying out, if you apply that criteria to other games, it's like you're almost saying that most of them would be better off as movies, you know?
What do you mean?
Well, because you're saying that, like, if the game makes you do something that you as a person wouldn't do, then... you don't like it?
No, I think that there is a definite power in a video game where you feel as if you are the main character, and like you get that level of emotional entanglement, but it's also a weakness in that it's hard to get people to feel emotionally invested in a main character that you're playing as that does things that don't make sense. It immediately takes you out of the moment in a way that in a movie you would be like, I accept this because I'm watching it. But when you're playing a video game, it's harder for you to do that because you are a part of that person. Does that make sense? Oh, thank you for the donation, Toby Jacks.
Here, have some more gay cash.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's actually 10% more valuable than regular cash.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated. But, like, I'm just saying, like, what I've always thought about games is that there's a power to it, and sometimes it's not utilized in the best way possible.
Alice, get shotgun.
Mel's pregnant.
She could use the fresh air. Give you two a chance to talk.
Real subtle, Manny.
Gracias.
Have you been sleeping these days?
Not great.
Do you want me to get you something from the pharmacy, or...?
Nah, I'm good.
It's not a big deal.
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna wear myself out. I've been picking up a few extra assignments.
You and Owen.
What do you mean?
Nothing.
She's just gonna be just like, oh, nothing.
Hey, Manny. Where are you headed?
2.
Truck S-24 headed to 2. May your survival be long.
May your death be swift.
Maybe we lost a hatchery.
Yeah.
Any plan on getting it back?
Nah, Isaac says it's low priority. We're fishing enough wild salmon right now. What did you mean about me and Owen?
I haven't seen him in like 2 weeks. He keeps picking up open assignments. Has he talked to you? Did he say anything, or...?
No, we're still not. I mean, I seen him in the mess hall, but we walk around each other. Jackson shook him. You know, I wouldn't read too much into it.
Oh, shit! Ambush!
Hang on!
Mel, stay low!
Kill the wolves!
They were waiting for us.
Yeah.
Take them out!
The fuck you think we're doing?
I'm trying not to kill the horses.
Yeah.
Get closer!
Sorry, I gotta turn this down.
Whoop.
Yeah, I'm trying not to kill the horses. If I do, I'm sorry.
Bring them down! Get us out of this!
Right!
Go! Get around!
They just keep coming!
I'm sorry.
Manny!
You okay?
Yeah.
Fucking scars.
How far are we from the fob?
It's a hike.
We're too exposed. Let's get inside.